Hi, Prosperity Team. It's Dr. Money coming to you from the prosperity corner of the universe where silliness is sacred and nobody's perfect. I am your POP, your professor of prosperity, and I'm here so that all of our lives can pop with prosperity. The other day, our neighbors put a for sale sign on their house. Well, it really triggered me because they're the only neighbors I really know. And I was pretty sad for the next few days, and every once in a while I would complain about it. And I said, well, Kelly's the only person I ever talked to. I don't even hardly know any of our other neighbors. They just pass by very quickly. Well, it's so weird. My neighbor across the street, the other neighbor across the street, not the one that's selling the house, walked over today, and I talked with her for about an hour, and she says, "Look, if you ever want to go out to lunch or anything, let's do it." And then my next door neighbor came over and said, "Hi," and "Hi, Ann," and we started talking and talked for a little while, and I said, "Well, I never see you," and she said, "Well, I work 3 jobs," and she said, "Well, I really would like to see you more," and it was just so neat because here I'm kind of down because my neighbor's moving. I don't have anybody to talk to. And two of my neighbors come over and talk to me. I just love the flow of the universe. It's like when there is a vacuum that it is filled up. Now, sometimes I feel like all I do is tell you the things in my life that go good for me. Maybe I could explore and tell you something else that's a little better, but maybe it cheers you up or gives you some kind of inspiration or insight when I tell you about my stuff. I heard a woman last night and she was talking about how, and she's 80 some years old, and she was going for a walk and she got really tired and she didn't want to keep walking. And then she thought, I'm not going to think like this. And she began to think about having more energy. And then she went for this real power walk and she felt so good. And she was able to complete it. And her husband was with her. And she said, "Well, how did I do today?" And he said, "Oh my gosh, I could barely keep up with you." And today, as I was working in my yard, I worked probably, I don't know, physically for about 7 hours today. And every time I started feeling like I couldn't do it anymore, I was really tired or my back hurt or something, I would think about her. And I'll tell you that I've had that experience before, but it was hearing about it from another person that reminded me when I was in that same situation that I could have the energy that I needed to go about enthusiastically about doing the work that I had chosen to do today, which was to work in the yard. And we planted 2 trees and just a lot of fall planting with petunias and so forth. And it was just a wonderful day. But if I had continued to hold in mind that I couldn't do it, that I was too tired, then the day would have gone very differently. Let's take a deep breath. And as we do, we know that we breathe in our own good. We breathe in our good. It's a receiving breath, the in breath. And as we exhale our intention, the giving breath. We exhale our intention that all other beings receive their good as well. This is Dr. Money, and I want you to remember that our burdens have lifted, our cares are few, our joy is unlimited, and I love you.